Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Katherine Jackson, the history-worshipped female authority of the Jackson melodic family, is a figure whose effect expands a long way past her significant total assets of $100 million. Her life and inheritance are complicatedly attached to the unrivaled progress of the Jackson family, a line that has reshaped the scene of pop music along with her late spouse, Joe Jackson. Katherine assumed a vital part in forming her youngsters' professions. Her impact was particularly critical in the arrangement and outcome of the Jackson Five, a gathering that soared to popularity in the last part of the 1960s and early 1970s. Katherine and Joe were not just guardians, yet in addition, the engineers of their youngsters' initial melodic heading, offering help and direction that moved them to global fame. Michael Jackson's will, drafted previously his awkward passing in 2009, layouts the dissemination of his bequest with accuracy as indicated by the terms of the will. Katherine was handed down a 40% portion of his home. This significant part highlights her focal job in the profound connection between mother and child. Michael additionally assigned 40% of his domain to his three youngsters, Paris sovereign Michael and Blanca Jackson, while the leftover 20% was assigned for kids' causes. Upon Katherine's demise, her 40% offer is said to be split between Michael's youngsters, really giving them 80% of the home, with every youngster getting around more than 26% lately. There have been reports of Katherine's declining well-being alongside worries about her relatives purchasing for a greater amount of her resources around then. Katherine was purportedly getting a $67,000 month-to-month stipend from Michael's home. Anyway, a lot of this recompense was circulated among her relatives, for example, LaToya and Reevy. Jackson was said to get $37,000 month-to-month, while Jermaine Jackson got $122,000. A portion of Katherine's grandkids were reputed to get around $10,000 every month to assist with their everyday costs. The adventure of Michael Jackson's domain has been absolutely remarkable. At the season of his demise, the home was troubled with roughly $500 million in the red anyway under the master, the Board of Home Attorneys. John Branka, what's more, John La A comment by REM Arable Circle Back, was accomplished their key choices, including the offer of Michael's half-stake in the Sony ATV music list for $750 million out of 2016. What's more, the new offer of the major music list for $600 million in February 2024 has created more than $2 billion in income. The MAAC music inventory, which incorporates not exclusively Michael's own accounts, yet additionally tracks from incredible craftsmen like Guileful and the Family Stone and Beam Charles, further highlights the enduring worth and impact of Michael Jackson's melodic heritage. Katherine Jackson conceived Katie B. Screws on May 4, 1930, in Hairstylist Province, Alabama, a name inseparable from melodic significance and family flexibility. Katherine's experience growing up was not without its difficulties. At the young age of 2, she contracted polio, a sickness that left her with a deep-rooted limp regardless of this actual misfortune. Katherine's soul stayed whole. Her initial yearnings were immovably established in the realm of bluegrass music, a kind she cherished profoundly anyway. The dug-in prejudice inside the nation and Western music scene introduced a considerable hindrance as a dark craftsman. Katherine confronted huge impediments in breaking into the business, tracking down it almost impossible to acquire the essential acknowledgement and backing to seek after her melodic dreams. Katherine's life took a critical turn when she hitched Joe Jackson in 1949. 2 or 3's The association was the start of another part set apart by the introduction of their 10 youngsters. Their early years together saw them living in a condo in Gary, Indiana, where they filled in as a melodic couple. Katherine and Joe performed along with Katherine's vocal gifts, praised by Joe's guitar playing. This period was essential for the family, however it was their kids who might before long turn into the point of convergence of their melodic undertakings. By the mid-1960s, Katherine and Joe Jackson were quick to channel their enthusiasm for music into something bigger. They shaped a gathering in known as the Jackson siblings, including their 3 more seasoned children. The expansion of Michael and Marlon Jackson in the mid-1960s checked a significant second for the family, at first joining as instrumentalists. Michael and Marlon, before long, took on vocal jobs, prompting a critical change in the overall vibes. This renewal prompted the renaming of the gathering to the Jackson Five. The Jackson Five's ascent transient started as a family melodic undertaking and developed into a mainstream society peculiarity. The gathering's irresistible enthusiasm, consolidated with Michael Jackson's phenomenal vocal ability and charming stage presence, enraptured crowds around the world. Michael's exhibition in regular capacity immediately made him the champion star of the gathering, impelling the Jackson Five to uncommon degrees of acclaim and achievement. The gathering became well known because of a couple of hit singles like a BC Also, I'll Be There pushed the gathering to fame, and in 1971, Michael sent off his solo vocation with his presentation single Got to Be There, which obviously impelled him to superstardom. Sadly, Jackson's fame as an independent craftsman appeared to come off on the remainder of the Jackson Five, and the gathering split from their long-lasting name M-Town in 1975. Sometime thereafter, they arose as the Jacksons and kept on getting a charge out of moderate accomplishment. Close by Michael's brilliant rise, the gathering's last hit single came in 1984, and was not quite the Jacksons. Rather, it was basically a two-part harmony between Michael Jackson and Rolling Stones frontman MC Jagger, with no genuine contribution from any other person in the bunch other than Matt Erlin and Jackie Jackson. Unbacking vocals, the tension Joe Jackson put on his kids to become melodic virtuosos is well known, while Katherine's commitments to the gathering have been consigned to the foundation from the get-go in the band's profession. She made all their outfits, however, when the gathering turned expert and Mark Beauticians started working with them. She surrendered this job. That might be the reason her relationship with her youngsters has forever been a lot better than Joe's. Eventually, her kids committed collections to her, and the greater part of them composed the foreword to her 1,980 collection of memoirs. The family, the Jacksons, all the more as of late. Katherine Jackson has been in the information to shield her youngsters from public analysis, particularly Michael. Abruptly, in 2012, Katherine stood out as truly newsworthy after it was detailed that she had been hijacked. A few of the Jackson kids supposedly took to Twitter to accuse their auntie and Uncle Janet, primary Randy, as well as Rebi Jackson, of basically seizing Katherine and taking her to a spa in Tucson, Arizona, when she was expected to have guardianship of the Jackson kids. Katherine later showed up on a BC News to deny reports that she had been taken despite her desire to the contrary. There have been tales flowing about me that I have been taken despite my desire to the contrary and held despite my desire to the contrary. Today, I need to let everybody realize that I am fine and I'm here with my kids, and my youngsters could never do something like this. Hold me despite my desire to the contrary. It is silly for individuals to believe that I am crushed, that while I was away, my youngsters and my grandkids were detracted from me. Tragically, this odd story never appeared to come to a palatable end, adding one more peculiar section to the Jackson family story. Katherine added to the outcome of the Jackson family, and she additionally acquired a piece of her late child's home, subsequently. As of now, land claims the accompanying land manor in Calabasas following the unfavorable passing of Michael Jackson in 2009. Katherine Jackson, the matron of the Jackson family, regarded herself as expecting the job of essential guardian for her late child's three youngsters. The progress was close to home, as well as functional, as the Jackson family confronted the errand of migrating from their long-term home. At first, living at the Havenhurst home, the family needed to move because of redesigned properties at the property. Their new occupants, a sumptuous Tuscan-style manor situated in the upscale Calabasas neighborhood, reflected both their status and the new chapter in their lives. The house was bought in an off-market bargain for more than $10 million. The property was beforehand claimed by Casabian Configuration Construct, an organization known for its very good quality private developments. The home's Mediterranean-style configuration was motivated by Deo Casabian's movements to Tuscany, Italy, adding a component of European appeal to the Californian scene. Crossing a noteworthy almost 13,000 square feet, the house offers an open, rich living climate. Upon entering, visitors are welcomed by a fantastic, to-enter twofold flight of stairs that establishes a vibe of style. The inside of the home boasts a scope of lavish elements, including 3 chimneys, a wine bar, and a best-in-class home auditorium catering to both solace and diversion for those looking for unwinding. The property incorporates a sauna and a library, giving calm, retreats inside the expansive home. The kitchen is a point of convergence of the HA2, including larger-than-usual aspects and a particular mosaic tile wall that improves its stylish allure. A business-grade range guarantees that the space is however utilitarian as it could be delightful. Furthermore, the H2O incorporates 8 rooms, guaranteeing adequate space for relatives and visitors. Outside conveniences add to the home's alertness. The property includes an enormous covered porch ideal for engaging in or partaking in the Californian environment. A 633T visitor house offers extra security for guests. The terrace is a shelter of recreation, including a pool with a coordinated spa and a golf driving range, taking care of the family's sporting requirements for car lovers. The house incorporates a 1,548-foot carport, equipped for obliging 5 vehicles mirroring. Thanks for watching this video.